Yeah, we call that scheming up. We call that scheming up. We call that scheming up for real. I used to drive the Acura to school. Now I don't touch the wheel unless it's new. Yeah, we call that scheming up. We call that scheming up. We call that.
Thank y'all for tuning in to G-Sportz. Yeah, I'm still repping the Who That Nation. Yeah, and what? We on it too. But I gotta make some points today about what's going on with our team. We're in a bad place right now. Sunday's performance was horrific. Being in that dome, witnessing that, I just felt like I just wanted to crawl up in a hole and just stay there for the rest of the night. That's how bad I felt. I didn't even want to go to work this week because everybody's on my tail about how we 0-2. And how we lost to the worst team in the NFL from last year, in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And how bad they looked against the Tennessee Titans in week 1. And how bad our offense looked. I can't even respond to people right now. I gotta ignore text messages. I gotta ignore phone calls. When I'm walking around on the streets, I gotta act like I don't hear these people. That's how bad it is right now. And honestly, I don't know if we can shake this, bro. I don't know if we can bounce back out this rut we in. Now, they say Drew Brees had a torn rotator cuff at first and he was going to be out for the season. But nah, they saying it's a bruised rotator cuff and he might miss one game. But I'm going to tell y'all like this. And I told a lot of people this today and yesterday. And some people felt me, some people didn't. I think we need to move on. We drafted Grayson from Colorado State in the 3rd round. I think we need to stick him in there and let him go through some growing pains and build for our future. They talking about Drew Brees' arm has deteriorated over the last 2 years, and it has. His deep ball is not the same like it was when he first got here. And now, after getting these hits put on him Sunday, and now he has a bruised rotator cuff, what you think gonna happen the rest of the season? And I don't want to hear these excuses later on in the season, why he throwing interceptions, why he's underthrowing people. Sunday, Brandon Cooks was 7-8 yards past his defender. It was a clear touchdown. Underthrowing. And I'm not going to put all the blame on Drew Brees because the offensive line ain't making it any better for him. Zach Strief with your bad back, you need to be out of the starting lineup. And if I was Sean Payton, I'll put you on a 1-game probation period. If you pull that stunt like you pulled the last couple games against Carolina, I'll take you out of the starting lineup and start our 1st-round pick from Stanford, Andrews Pete. If you're going to give up some sacks and go through some growing pains, you might as well go through it with your 1st-round pick. That's all I'm saying. CJ Spiller only had 7 snaps. I don't understand it. First series of the game, he had a wheel route for 19 yards up the sideline. I was like, yeah, we about to get Spiller involved in this game. He about to be a key contributor in this game. But he only played 7 snaps. I don't understand what was the reason behind that, Sean Payton. You might as well had not let him play. Didn't make any sense to me. Sean Payton, your play calling has to get better. You call so many screens over the last 2 games, more than half of the NFL had called in the whole season. You're too predictable. And sometimes you get a little too cute with your play calling. You need to get better and get a little more creative with your play calling, because it seems like every team we're playing knows what we about to do before we even do it. It's bad right now. We had one of the most prolific offenses in the history of the NFL, and now we look like a D1AA offense. I mean, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but you get my drift. We gotta be better with our play calling. Sean Payton, you won't be the mastermind and call the plays. You gotta get better. You gotta get better. We tried to run the ball. I give you that. We did. But at the same time, I think what the Saints need to do when we run the ball, stop running the ball out of single back sets. I think what Mark Ingram is going to be most successful with a fullback lead blocking for him. I think that's what he did in college. He had a lead blocker. He's better. He's more comfortable running behind a lead fullback. These single back sets are not working for us. It's not. So I think that we need to be more creative in our running game too. And you know, get our running backs going more, because that's going to open up the pass game even more. On the defensive side of the ball, I mean, I'll tell you this. Our defense wasn't great, but they held their own. And they put us back in the game when a lot of people thought the game was over. We got some key fumbles, but we just couldn't capitalize. And what the hell was Delvin Brew doing on that pass to Louis Murphy? He said he lost it in the lights. I'm sorry. You can't look that bad. You can't look that bad, Delvin Brew. Especially when you're coming from the CFL and it's your first year part of the New Orleans Saints. You cannot let that happen. You've been all over social media over the last few days. Come on, man. You got to get better at that. Hopefully, man, we can get this all turned around and go to Carolina Sunday and pull this win off some kind of way and salvage this season. And maybe when Keenan Lewis, Jarvis Bird, Danielle Ellaby, when these guys come back, we could turn it to even a better team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We'll see though. I think Sunday though, with the fact that Carolina doesn't have any offensive weapons, but that doesn't really mean anything right now because we can't even score. But I'm being optimistic. I'm trying to be optimistic, Who That Nation. I'm sorry. I'm trying to just look at this in a positive, some kind of positive mindset right now. I'm trying to have that right now. I mean, work with me right now. You know, I don't want to see my team go 0-3. I mean, I don't want to see it. I can't go through this. I shouldn't have to go through this. Not after what we did in this offseason, all the moves we made. I was justifying all these moves we made by Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton, and now it's coming back to bite me. All my family members, all my friends saying, gee, you say trust me. Trust what Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis is doing. We're going to be all right. And we don't look all right. We look bad. We look pretty bad. But I'm going to stay optimistic. Who That Nation for life. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the Saints. Do y'all think we still got a shot to make the playoffs? Or do y'all think this season is done for us? Let me know what y'all think, man. It's G-Sportz. After watching LSU Saturday go against Auburn, I got to say that I ain't expected to go like that. You know, Auburn is a pretty good team. I know they struggled with Jacksonville State the week before. But, you know, sometimes we overlook these little mid-major colleges and we play to the level of our competition. That's what I thought happened. But, and especially with Will Muschamp as the defensive coordinator, I thought that they was going to come in and really challenge this LSU team and make them struggle to score. But Leonard Fournette and that offensive line had other ideas. Leonard Fournette put on a nice show Saturday. And the defensive back D4, whatever his name is for the Auburn Tigers, why would you want to give this man fuel to go against y'all in Death Valley? Why would you want to give this man bulletin board material saying there's not going to be a challenge to stop him? Man, come on, man. Will Muschamp should have benched you for saying that. Especially how y'all performed. Y'all didn't want to tackle Leonard Fournette Saturday. Y'all didn't want to tackle him. When he got to the second level, he was bouncing off y'all like y'all was little high school players. I mean, he looked at like a man amongst boys for real. But I got to give a shout out to his offensive line. Because the holes he was running through was, I mean, they was huge. Huge holes he was running through. So, you know, we can't give all the credit to Leonard now. Leonard is a great talent and he had a great game. He's a great back. But give credit to his offensive line. Because I think that LSU offensive line might be the best in the nation. I'm not going to say they're the best, but they might be. It's arguable now. But I will say this about LSU. You know, everybody jumping on their bandwagon saying they think LSU is the best team in the country and they think they're going to beat Ohio State if they meet up in the playoffs. I'm going to tell y'all like this. I'm not an LSU fan. Let me put that out there. I think I said this one time before. I'm not an LSU fan, but I don't root against them either. I'm a Michigan fan. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear all the little hates and stuff like that or whatever like that, but I've been a Michigan fan since I was young. You know, Desmond Howard with the Heisman Trophy, Charles Woodson, you know. That's who I root. I'm sorry. I believe that blue stuff. I'm sorry. But I don't root against LSU. I really don't. But what I was about to say was, when you go against Saban and the way Ole Miss looking, or if you go against Urban Meyer, you're going to have to throw the ball better than what they've been throwing the ball. Brandon Harris, first game, he threw the ball for 74 yards. Saturday, he threw it for 92. And I know what y'all going to say. Y'all going to say, well, what you going to throw the ball for if we running the ball, I ain't throw like this. And I get all of that. I get all of that. But when Brandon Harris is throwing the ball, the times he did throw the ball, he doesn't look comfortable to me. He doesn't look settled. He doesn't look like he's very, very comfortable back there. He just don't. That's just how I feel. And when you go against people like Kirby Smart and Nick Saban, you're going to have to make some throws to win that game. And I'm not saying Brandon Harris can't do that, but it remains to be seen, and the jury is still out on it. Now, Brandon Harris can come in and make those throws and make plays with his own. I'm going to go ahead and say, nah, LSU will win a national title. But I don't know. I don't know. And sources out of LSU has said he struggles under center. That's what they say. You know, he come from that shotgun offense in high school at the spread. So he's still transitioning to getting under the center. He has trouble reading defenses when he's under center. And I really think Brandon Harris has the tools to be a good quarterback. I really do. But I just think it's going to be a transition period for him. And I think each game he's going to get in more confidence and more confidence. But Les Miles has to take the shackles off the offense. He has to allow Cam Cameron to call plays where he throws the ball down the field, where he has to go through progressions, where he can make checks at the line, pre-snap read. This is going to make them better. And they have a cupcake schedule for the next few weeks until they meet Bama. I think they play at Bama like the last week in October, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on it. But these games lead up to Bama. They should be trying to pass the ball heavy to get Brandon Harris more comfortable, more acclimated to throwing the ball on the field and making these reads. Because you're going to have to do this when you play against Kirby Smart and Nick Saban, or whoever you meet in the SEC Championship, or whoever you meet in this 14 playoff. If LSU can do that, they can be a real dangerous team and win the Natty. I'm serious, because they are one of the most, if not the most talented team in the country. And I love these secondary. Oh my God. Jamal Adams. Tolliver, the #1 corner in the nation in his past year's class. Dwayne Thomas. I like Kendall Beckwith. I just, their team is just loaded on the defensive side of the ball. They get into the passer. They back end is locked in. I love the defensive side of the ball. Kevin Steele's doing a good job coming from Alabama, and what he's doing with this defense, which, I mean, if you're a good defensive coordinator, you got that kind of talent, it shouldn't take that much to make them look good. And on the offensive side of the ball, they have a lot of weapons. You know, you got John Diaz, you got Darrell, you got Malachi Dupree, you got Tyron Johnson, the freshman. You got the big Leonard Fournette, aka AP. That's what some people calling him baby AP right now. That's what they calling him. Darius Geis, I like him. The freshman out of Catholic Baton Rouge, I believe. I like him. I think he's a star in the making. And he's going to be a good complimentary back to Leonard when Leonard needs a breather. Great back out the backfield to throw the ball to in the screen game. He can run routes in the slot. You can motion him out. Darius Geis is going to be a big X factor for this team. But I'm not sold on LSU right now. I'm just not sold. I got to see a passing game take it to another level. And I'm not saying Brandon Harris got to throw for 300+ yards, but he got to make certain throws and make certain plays for me to be a believer. And until then, I'm still going to be skeptical of this offense, because you're not going to be able to just get up and say, look, hand that ball off to #7 and think he's going to get 100+ yards for y'all every game. There's going to be some game where people going to load that box up like what Kirby Smart and Nick Saban will do when they meet up. They're going to load the box up and say, Brandon Harris, you beat us. We'll see if it's going to happen. But I like LSU chances. From a talent standpoint, they have a real shot to compete for that natty. Another thing I want to talk about is the way Leonard looks right now. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think he should play next year for the LSU Tigers. And I know this is going to be very controversial. I know the rule is you're supposed to be out of high school 3 years before you can enter the NFL draft. And Maurice Clarett tried this some years ago. And I know what the rule is, but we need to get a lawyer in down to Baton Rouge to represent Leonard against the NFL with this, because we all know that the running backs don't last long in the NFL. Their longevity is the average running back lasts 2 to 3 years tops. And the kind of running back Leonard is, he likes to contact. So you want to limit that wear and tear on his body. So in my opinion, he should not play for LSU next year. And I know we only 3 games into the college season, but I've been watching Leonard since he was in the 9th grade at St. Aug High School in New Orleans. I knew Leonard was going to be a great player in college, and he's going to be a great player in the NFL. It doesn't, I mean, going off the eye test, just the eye test alone, he's special. He's special. And I really think they should consider letting him leap to the NFL after this year. You know, Jadeveon Clowney, you saw what happened in his 3rd year at South Carolina. He didn't want to play. He was trying to, you know, keep his body from not getting into all that contact and not getting all that wear and tear on his body, because he knew what the bigger picture was. And that was the NFL. Steve Spurrier was saying how he felt like Jadeveon Clowney was faking injuries and he didn't really want to practice, and he set off some games because, you know, he felt like he just didn't want to play. It's because he's looking at the bigger picture. And you got to watch out for this next year with Leonard Fournette. And you got to feel him because he's a running back. If this was a receiver or a quarterback, a cornerback, I would be saying, look, play your 3 years, then go to the NFL. This is a running back. You have to limit these car wrecks. That's what I call them. These car wrecks that he's going to have to go in, especially in the SEC. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I want to know what y'all think about LSU as a team. Do y'all think this team has a chance to win the national championship? Do y'all think Leonard should be able to leap to the NFL after only his 2nd year in college? Or y'all think he should have to return for his 3rd year? Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's G-Sportz Sports. I'm signing out.
We call that scheming up. We call that scheming up. We call that scheming up for real. I used to drive the Acura to school. Now I don't touch the wheel unless it's new. Yeah, we call that scheming up. We call that scheming up. We call that scheming up for real.